Thanks, Jahkeele. First New York Derby, first taste of the Hudson River rivalry for you coming up tomorrow. Just what is your excitement level? What do you know about the rivalry? What have some of the returning players from the club last year maybe told you about what to expect?
Yeah, obviously I know it's a derby. I played in some derbies in the MLS before, but I know this one's important. Not just for the fans, but for us. It's a real chance to win a trophy in the Open Cup. So we're coming into this game, and we're taking it very serious. And obviously it's a derby as well. So I don't really think. I think that's motivational for itself. The Hudson River Derby they call it. Yeah. So obviously a few of the players said it's a big game, but I had already known prior to that it's a big game. So I think we're all ready for it, and we're excited for sure for the opportunity.
Next, we go to Dan.
Hey, Jahkeele, how are you? I hope you're doing well this afternoon. Obviously, league wise, you and NYC are not doing well at this current point in time, but everything gets thrown out the window whenever it's a derby matchup, isn't it? And what are you expecting from NYCFC when you face them on the pitch this Wednesday night?
Yeah. I mean, I think for us, I think for example, we look at the Cincinnati game. Obviously it's a result that we want to come out with 3 points, but we take the second half and we say, okay, our ideas, our football, our commitment, our intensity. That's the Red Bull New York that we are, and that's who we know we can be. So I think just taking those positives into tomorrow's game, and yeah, I think none of us feel as if we're not in a good way at the moment. I think we're all coming in here positive, trusting in Mike and believing in what he wants for us, and just sharpening up a few things. But yeah, obviously we know NYCFC is a good team. They have some good little players, so we'll be ready for that. But yeah, we're kind of just focused on ourselves, and like I said, we all feel good about what we're creating and the culture we're creating and the football we're making. So it's just turning, like I said, the little mistakes and tuning those a little bit, and we know that we'll be in a good way.
Next, we go to Michael.
Hey, Jahkeele. Talked about playing in other derbies. Any memories of games that you had, whether they were hard fought or any special incidents in those games?
No, I got my first red card in a derby, so that's pretty much it. That just says, obviously derbies are, like I said, important to not just the fans but us. So we'll be ready, and I'll be ready for my first Hudson River derby for sure.
Go back to James.
Yeah, thanks again, Jahkeele. A lot of matches in a short amount of time for you guys, and you've been playing in almost a full 90 minutes in all of those games. So not a whole lot of rest for you personally. Just how are you and the group holding up in that way, and how is it a challenge to stay focused for so many quick games in such a short succession with the World Cup interrupting the season in such a way?
Yeah, I think obviously it's been quite a lot of games for myself, but we have the training staff and stuff to help us with recovery, and we're so big on that. After the Cincinnati game, we got an ice pass and stuff, so I think they help us. The nutritionist here is amazing as well. So just helping us even when we're home, what we should be putting in our bodies and the sleep we're getting. And yeah, it's exciting. As a young player, you always want to play games. So I know we've had a lot of games, and for me, it's a lot of minutes. But I mean, I love playing. I love competing. So I'm very, very excited, and I look at it as opportunity, to play every game, and I'm very grateful for each and every game that I play in.
Next, we go to Martine.
Hi, Jahkeele. Thank you for your time. What is it like to play under Michael after, well, spending time with him in Toronto? How did you feel so far with him this year? Thank you.
Yeah, obviously, I played with Michael. He was my teammate. He was my captain. So I kind of always looked at him, as a leader and someone that I can learn from. And yeah, I think he's obviously, this is kind of his first or second year, you could say, as being a coach. And I think we all respect him, in what he's done. And you could kind of see, the way he wants us to play football and the way we're pressing and these kind of things that I think he's going to be an amazing coach. I think he is an amazing human being as well. So, he connects with that as a person before the coach. So I think each and every single one of us respect him, and we fully trust in him. And yeah, like I said, I think we're going in a really good way. So just tomorrow's an important game for us, and yeah, we keep going from there.
Go back to Dan.
Just talk about your link-ups with both Ronald Doncourt and Cade Cowell. How quickly you've gotten used to those two attacking down the right side. How has that experience been with you with those two guys?
Yeah, I think the first day I came in, Michael sat me down, Julian de Guzman sat me down, and they said, we have a bunch of young, good players, and you'll fit right in. And I think from day one, I felt that, we have a lot of young players, and, good players are kind of easy to play with. So, for example, Justin Che, Ronald Dunkar, Cade Cowell, these players are easy to play with on the right side. So, yeah, credits to them for kind of, just making me so comfortable so quickly. But I think we formed a good relationship, good chemistry on that side. And I said it before, it comes from training, the way we train, the relationships we form and the way we compete in training. And then obviously that goes into the game. So, yeah, I mean, great young players. But I think the whole team, if you played them on the right side, I would link up with, because that just shows the kind of team we have.
Everyone, we have time for 2 more questions with Jahkeele. First, we'll go to Christian, and then we'll finish up with James. Christian, you have the floor.
Jahkeele, thanks for the time and doing this. I'm curious. You kind of mentioned where you felt the club was at, even with the results maybe not going your way the last couple matches. I'm curious. What are you seeing that's giving you the confidence to say that the team is headed in the right direction? Is it little things that will matter later on down the season? Is it the fundamentals? Kind of maybe walk us through why there is sort of a sense of positivity, just considering the last 2 results.
I think, the way we train, the way we compete, but also I think the goals we score, the games we've played, I think we've earned the right to kind of, have the respect and, to show we've proven to the fans and to the league that we're capable of going to Miami away and getting a point, Orlando in the first game and getting 3 points. We beat Cincinnati at home, New England at home, which is doing well now. So obviously we're a young team, we're a new team. So like I said, there's a few things that, we need to adjust, but I think we're going in a really good way. And I think we're all excited for what's to come. And yeah, I think we all believe in ourselves, and we come into training every day with a good mentality and spirit. And like I said, credits to Mike, because we all feel good about what we're going to do.
And we'll finish up with James.
Thanks again, Jahkeele. Cup competitions are always interesting. You've played in the Canadian Championship. You've played in the Open Cup. You've come close in the Canadian Championship to lifting a trophy with Toronto FC. What is maybe the message in the dressing room surrounding the cup competition of it all, that it's not in the league, that it is a cup competition? You mentioned it's a chance to lift a trophy. Just how excited does that make everybody ahead of tomorrow night?
I actually won the Canadian Championship.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Sorry.
no worries. Yeah, of course. Like I said, we have some young guys, but also we have experienced guys who've played in World Cups, who've played in Champions League, so they also know how big tournaments are. But I think, like I said, it's an opportunity at a trophy, and obviously we want to win MLS Cup, we want to make the playoffs, but this is also another trophy that we can win. And at home in a derby, so that's motivation for itself. We're all excited, and we all know kind of our goal, and that's to bring as many trophies as we can each season, and this is one that's in front of us, so we're all ready.